Who picked this song? What the fuck is going on? How the fuck is everybody doing? We are about to get into... You know what? I need to catch up on the news. There's shit going on. You know what? Maybe I'll turn the chat function on. People can chat it up. Nobody seems to want to come on stream. But if you do want to come on stream, that is a possibility. And I can make things come true. So... if you are interested in coming on stream, do it. You don't need to turn on your camera. You can just come shoot the shit. Go to Abstract. There's a link there where you can figure out what the hell's going on. We're about to pick up some juicy, juicy shit. I hope everybody's been doing good, right? It's summertime. Summertime. What does that even mean these days? Give a like, give a share, do whatever nice people do when they're getting ready to watch a stream. We're going to run through some news, and we're going to also touch on some awesome on this day in history stuff. There's some interesting stuff going on, and we're gonna get into it. Just because I feel like getting into it.
Code blockchain minds on a heavy road. Crypto news in the mix we stay. Rabbits! Right at the digital wave!
Okay. That was fucking absolutely uncalled for. How the fuck is everybody doing? What is going on? Nerdinos. How is everybody doing? I'm doing really good. It is 11 p.m. my time. I worked, 13, 14 hours today. And what's interesting about like creative work or design work is I kind of only clock, I only clock in for part of it. When I'm sleeping, when I'm dreaming, when I'm walking around drinking coffee or doing whatever the fuck I'm doing, I'm thinking about design solutions for simplicity, for efficiency, all of these things. So some of these problems that I'm trying to tackle, right? Like any technical problem, any design problem, any engineering problem, you need to iterate on solutions. And for the work that I do, I'm really good at doing the iterations solo in my head. I just need some cues to see some things and touch some things and understand how it's built or how they built it before, to understand how we can do it bigger and better, faster, more efficient. And I don't know. I'm tackling a monster right now. And what does that mean? That means in my head, let's say there's an art piece that takes a community of 25 people. These 25 people, when they go to work to build this thing, it takes 100 hours. For 25 people, it's 100 hours. For it to get up and running, technically sound, all the fucking bells and whistles checked and ready for show. 25 people, 100 hours. Now, if you calculate man hours, 25 people times 100 hours is a shit ton of man hours. I am trying to turn 20 I'm trying to turn in 100 hours into 19 hours. Not with 25 people, but with 11. So the way things happened before it was this enormous effort. The way things are going to happen next time, it's going to be efficient and amazing, and people are going to be happy, and I'm going to be giving thousands of hours back to this community that goes to these events and volunteers their time, effort, and labor to put on these shows. And if I can make it easier, faster, more efficient for them, the community will grow faster because they will have more fun. And the whole idea in building these things is to have fun once it's built. And the fun is, it's off the charts fun. And when you make art and create an ecosystem where people are going to dance and look at visual art as they're experiencing DJs from around the world, the faces of the crowd light up. And if you're involved with creating that, it's really fucking cool. And this community of Giga Chads that I'm involved with, over 300 people, some of the smartest people on the planet. I don't know, just from I don't know. I worked for Saturday Night Live for a lot of years. Then I opened up my own design studio in New York City for 10 years. And I've done many fashion weeks. I've done Saturday Night Live for 4 years. I've done movies. I've done all this shit, stuff that is super stressful, high demand, where efficiency, design flow, and all of these things need to happen super quick. And a lot of times I get brought into communities to fucking make it more efficient. And I am involved in a community now that they didn't ask for efficiency, but if I can deliver efficiency to these people, they have no idea the gift that it entails. So 100 hours, 25 people versus 18 hours, 11 people. Do the math. Think how many man hours that is. The differential is enormous. And if I can do that, I win. So that's what I'm trying to do. And I spent the entire day walking around this art piece, looking at it, figuring out what can we do better? What can we do faster? How can we make it more efficient? How can we make it easier to deploy and redeploy? This art piece has been at Coachella. It's been on Hollywood Boulevard. It's been at Treasure Island. It's been at Burning Man. It's done the rounds. And it's magic, this thing. The community that makes it happen is magic. And getting to get involved with this community and bring some of my magic that I've spent a lifetime doing, it's going to be super awesome. And we're just getting started. I don't know. I think I'm 7 days into my new job and I'm super stoked. Super stoked. That is why I have been AFK. All right, that was a bunch of horseshit that nobody needed to hear, but we sent it out there anyway, just because that's what you get to do when you have your fucking own show. All right, so let's get into it. Chaos and clarity, noise to narrative. It is Monday, July 7th. Welcome to Rare Bits. I am trying to bring you, I used to do this fucking daily. Dude, what's so crazy is I used to do a Substack. I used to do 2 live shows a day as well as a podcast. It was absolutely crazy. So my new work is all encompassing and it's fucking brilliant. And as much as I'm a crypto nerd, while it seems like I've pulled away from what's going on, what I love about doing these podcasts is I get to run through the news. And I spent, I don't know, the last 2 hours pulling together news that I think is important that I want to run through. And I'll probably riff on stupid shit as we go through it. But this work that I'm doing now, I wanna fold the covers into the cryptosphere. And everybody's been trying to do it. Gaming, did it do it? No, it was a big failure for Web3. Token gated access was a hit, but it not enough of a hit, right? We didn't see Taylor Swift take on fucking Ticketmaster with doing her own thing and go on chain with it and make it really super fair. So it wasn't gaming. It wasn't the big artist. AI is definitely going to have a play in how we move forward and how it bridges the normies into the idea of crypto, because AI AI fucking will it right? Like, why would AI deal with anything other than digital currency? The question is, it's a moot point. So maybe AI is going to do it future forward. NFTs, like, I'm still so sold on NFTs. I fucking love NFTs. As an artist, I think they are brilliant because they are a timestamp, and people that supported you at a certain time, it gives you the ability to call back those wallets, especially if they're still active. And that's the really cool shit. So it's these things that are coming down the pike for artists on the blockchain are going to be transformative. And they were explored and we pushed the boundaries, but then shit happened like FTX and SBF, like just different things along the way. The Trump Melania token, the fucking Malay disaster, right? With the Libra token. I mean, just these things that have happened along the way that just derailed the narrative. The narrative, while it gets derailed, the tracks have been laid. We know this is going to happen. So, I don't know. Another example is, like GTA 6. They've been postponing, blah, blah, blah. If that shit comes out and it's crypto native, that is going to be ridiculous. Will that be the game changer? Toncoin, Telegram, Pavel Durov doing amazing stuff. Super easy to get a wallet. Instantaneous. Abstract chain, super easy to get a wallet. All you need is your email. You are on chain interacting with the cryptoverse, aka Web3. I don't think it makes a difference till it's one thing. And it's not one thing yet. It's divided. Crypto X is a group of like 11 people compared to the world of billions. Our ecosystem is so small. And again, when I talk about NFTs and my love for NFTs, I think they are going to be this callback card where they will have this value that everybody will want the OG NFTs. Even alien friends, like anything OG, people are going to want them because it's going to be this stamp in time that you honored. And think of it like classic rock t-shirts, vintage rock t-shirts, punk rock shirts, rock shirts, whatever, that are 20 years old now that have this crazy value. This is even better because it doesn't degrade. It still is historic. It has that timestamp, especially for the new younger generation. They don't give a fuck about physical shit. It's all digital. And their decisions are going to be driven by AI, which is all digital. Like, snap to it. It is fucking coming. It really is. It really is. Holy moly. It's fucking exciting. All right, let's get into some shit. We have the overall look on stuff. Dogecoin has been something that I've been talking about for literally the last 3 years because there is an army behind Dogecoin. There's an army behind Shiba Inu. Yes, there's Bitcoin people and ETH maxis and Solana maxis, all that shit. There are not fucking ETH armies. Trust me. So, Dogecoin. My call on Dogecoin is that it's a play. Why? Because if Bitcoin goes absolutely parabolic and people miss out on it, yes, people are going to FOMO top blast all the way up, which is fine because I don't think it'll be a problem. I think it will continue to go up. But the people that held Dogecoin through all this shit, the Dogecoin army, they will never sell Dogecoin. Shiba Inu army, they will never sell Shiba Inu. Never. Even if it goes to 1 penny, they probably will. Like, that's how idiotic they are. But the underlying story is that if Bitcoin goes parabolic, while new people may jump in and decide to buy Bitcoin, the people in the army of Shiba Inu and Dogecoin, they're not going to buy Bitcoin. They're not going to buy Ethereum. They're not going to buy Solana. They're not going to buy Hyperliquid. They're not going to buy any of that horse shit. They are going to double down on Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Bonk, whatever the fuck they're into. It's going to be awesome. Pepe, Whiff, Mudang, all these Mudang just turned 3 or I don't know. People are going to go back to these conviction plays and you have to figure out what it is. Seeing Dogecoin lead the charge with a 5% pump. Dogecoin is only 17 cents right now. And this is the other thing you have to think about. So new people come into the space. For instance, talk to your Uber driver and say, hey, are you into crypto? Would you buy Bitcoin? He's like, no, I don't have $108,000. Most people have no idea that they could purchase a single Satoshi. None, because the education, the onboarding isn't there. Why? Because the founder said, if you don't understand it, I don't have time to explain it to you. And that narrative has persisted. And that's been the Achilles heel, in my opinion. There was no UX, UI. And there didn't need to be. That's how valuable it is. It's like so magic. There's no marketing. None of that shit is needed. None of it. The UX, UI that was horrendous. I remember purchasing Bitcoin on a spreadsheet to buy drugs on Silk Road. The UX, UI was horrendous. Horrendous. It wasn't a forethought. It was, I don't give a shit. This shit is magic. When you get it, you'll get it. That's what's amazing about fucking Bitcoin. So people are going to smell the coffee at some point. They're going to buy in. You should absolutely buy into Bitcoin. It is something that you need to have in your wallet. But when we look at shit that's going to move, yes, I think Bitcoin's going to have a crazy pump. But in the tailwind, in the wake of that, Dogecoin, Pepe, a bunch of these other meme coins, if you pick smart, are going to move. Mogcoin. Do we see SPX 6900 move? Murad seems to think so. You need to buy meme coins with community. So Ethereum, it's up only 2.6%. XRP, it's knocking on the door of $2.30. Do we see it hit 250? How can it hit 250? It's already up like 400% year to date. We're going to check in on numbers in a bit. Ton took a 6% hit after the UAE shut down the golden visa rumors. I knew that shit was false. Holy shit. I purchased about 80,000 Ton coin, hoping to get a visa. And I guess that's in the kibosh now. That's not happening. So if you are investing in Ton coin for a UAE passport, what type of convicted felon are you and what are you running from? The second question is, Ton coin, this is a dip that is worth buying. Pavel and the Dura, they're gigachads. They know what's going on. The touch point they have across the world is insane. Insane. We just need one fire to light correctly to just set the blaze going. I hoped it would be the president saying we're going all in on Bitcoin. I hoped it would be Elon saying we're going to create the new party and it's going to be all Bitcoin. I don't know what the fucking poke the bear needs to actually growl, but we have a spring that is completely loaded and it will happen very soon, in my opinion. Now let's get into some shit that is absolutely crazy. And we are going to get into some on this day in history, which is awesome. So on this day, July 7th, 1947, that is when the UFO conspiracy arrived. That is when shit went sideways. That is when the phenomenon started. That is when aliens landed on Earth. We have secrecy, speculation, shadowy symbols, all kinds of shit. Aliens crash at Roswell. That's awesome. 47, 57. You do the math. The alien shit's super crazy. I saw something about something that was moving through the galaxy it set off alarms, blah, blah, blah. Basically saying it is something we don't understand. So 1947 to today, Roswell UFO crash. We'll take it. We'll absolutely take it. Do you think the government is ever going to tell exactly what is going on, what their knowledge is, what they have uncovered, discovered, recovered? There's some crazy shit about some reverse engineering shit. So think of a engineer thief or a software thief, they'll take a piece of software and they will open it up and try and reverse engineer it and figure out how it works. If they figure out the code on how it works, they can iterate on that, make it a little better, a little different, and boom, they have their own product. So it is So crazy to see this UFO shit. It really is. It was the start of like just this. Yeah, like that's when this cult started forming, right? Which is absolutely insane to me. Absolutely insane. Now, we're even going to go back further in time to 1936. On this date in history, July 7th, 1936, that was the first television broadcast ever. Now, what's interesting about this shit, right? I'm a musician. I grew up. I'm an artist. I started as a musician. I do a bunch of different shit. But as a musician, being a drummer, we used to have to go to a studio and we recorded reel to reel. It was called ADAT, and it's on these giant reels of actual tape, and it was like $1,000 an hour in Los Angeles at that time when I was a kid to record like at Capitol Records or wherever. The studio engineers, like, granted, they were giving you a development deal, but they made absolutely certain to let you know that this is how much money we're investing in your band. And it didn't cost them anything, but that's the market rate for what they could charge. So at that time, the equipment was enormous, and it spanned 5 different rooms. Like, I played drums, so I was in one room. There was a vocal box, a bass booth, a guitar booth, a fucking lead guitar booth, all this shit, a chorus booth, all this shit. And it was ridiculous. Now, all of that is compiled into like 5 buttons on a fucking computer, and people are composing music from home that is amazing. Just like I'm doing this video live fucking podcast, whatever the fuck it is, when it's not even that long ago, right? 1936. I mean, yeah, it's fucking a long time. It's not 100 years though. And the next 100 years, the evolution is going to be so much wilder and fucking faster. So this is what's interesting about this. So on this date in 1936, this is an image, right, of kind of the film studios. Look how big that camera is. And there was probably like 40 people in the room for these 2 people to get this scene done. And it's just awesome that I'm sitting here with buttons and noise and all kinds of shit. It's fucking amazing. It's amazing. I remember as a musician when rap music came out and started fucking like getting serious traction, not just rap music, but sampled rap music, when they were sampling OG drum beats and tracks and bass riffs and harmonies and doing what appeared to be piracy at the moment, but they worked out the legalities. But there was this moment in time where real musicians, piano players, violinists, drummers, cellists, whatever the fuck your dereliction was, you were like, this music is not real. It's fucked. Like, people just shit on it. I never did. Like, I was just like, this is interesting. And I love the evolution of stuff. And we are seeing that evolution now as AI is going to become part of your team, part of your creative team, part of your iteration team, part of how you unlock your personal creativity. AI is not creative. It can throw stuff back at you, but that's the shit, right? It throws stuff back so fast. It lets you iterate and create at a pace that has never been experienced before. So, like, when musicians started sampling other people's music. They didn't need to play the music. They could instantly sample it and create new music. That iteration made it so quick, so fast compared to the old way that I grew up with, recording reel to reel on 8-at tape, when you would spend 14 hours a day in the studio for weeks on end to record an album. Now you're recording an album in 4 days by yourself in one room with 3 devices, and it's fucking amazing and awesome. So looking back at history, I don't know. I hated history when I was a kid, and you fucking nerds probably hate history now. But as you get older, you will be like, holy shit. So that is, again, why I think this blockchain evolution, the NFT revolution, the token gated access, soulbound tokens, all of these things are magic, because they are going to be this stamp in time where it gets you street cred moving forward. Trust me. If you're in your 20s, you can hand down your NFTs to your kids. It will be the equivalent of when I was a kid and parents would hand down their 69 Mustang. When you turned 16, you got to drive by yourself. You got a license. Kids aren't even going to have fucking licenses in the future. Why would you have a license? AI is going to do it. But that rite of passage for me as a kid, if your pops handed you down some sort of vintage, wicked Corvette, Mustang, whatever it was, you became the rock star in high school. And that was if you weren't the quarterback or the running back or the receiver, right? All of a sudden you had cachet, and you all of a sudden fit into your community. And it's important to give those wins to your kid. The NFT world, the digital world, all this shit, these are going to be things that you can pass down. They don't deteriorate. They have the exact same value they did visually, like not physically, but digitally, as when you purchased it. And that's amazing. The story these assets are going to tell over time is awesome. And then this is funny. So I was playing in a band, and we were on tour, and my manager moved me to Minneapolis, Minnesota to play with this band. And I went and rehearsed for a couple of months. Then we went on tour for a couple of years. But at that time, I bought a car. And this car was an old vintage car. And yeah, like, it was kind of cool. But the reason I bought it was because it was previously owned by Tito Puente. And he is this Latin drummer that I love. Like, he's magic, fucking magic. And I was like, yo, like, this is Tito's car. And like, it was awesome. The digital stuff is going to bring that. Like, think future forward, like 10 years from now, some guy's going to buy the Bored Ape that Eminem used to own, or Snoop Dogg used to own, or Paris Hilton. I don't fucking care. But future forward, that lineage of who, what, where, it's going to add up, and it's fucking cool. We've never had that ability before. Yes, like, I was able to understand that Tito Puente owned the car before me because I bought it off of his manager, right? But the chain of custody, like title to title, it disappears. If you knew who purchased, like, it's so cool to see the history of shit, and it's becoming available for all of us to experience it. So I think it's fucking super cool. And when I look back at, fuck, I mean, it's crazy looking at this photo. And this photo was actually in 1938. So 2 years after the first broadcast, but it is from the same broadcast studio. That is why I pulled it up. But July 7th, 1936, the first television program in history. Leave word in the comments. Let me know what you think. Like 100 years from now, future forward, what's the medium? Tell me what's the medium of entertainment and where are we? 2 questions. Leave word in the comments. I'm not going to read any of them. 2 questions. What's the medium and where are we? Are we consuming stuff in VRs? Do we have contact lenses? Do we have space helmets? Are we underwater in the deep sea because it's too hot above ground? Are we on Mars? Are we on the moon? Where the fuck are we? 100 years from now, right? 100 years ago, this is like, it still looks like a set. I've done sets my entire life, from movies to television to live Broadway shit, whatever the fuck it is. That's a TV set. Not much has changed. The home ability for broadcast has absolutely changed. The power has gone to the people. It used to be like, at this time there was 1 channel. Then we went to 2 or 3 channels. I remember when cable came out and all of a sudden you went from 4 channels to 80 channels. And you would go to somebody's house and they'd have a remote. I remember before remotes, when you had to get up and turn a dial. And then remotes came out and you could just click a button. The first remotes actually made noise. Every time. It was a push button actuator. Every single time it made noise. You go to somebody's house that had cable, you didn't watch anything. You watched 5 seconds of everything. You just clicked through every channel the entire night. It was ridiculous. Very much like when the internet came out and fucking message boards and information is spewed across everywhere, and Google figured out, hey, let's be an aggregator for this and make it simple for the people that are coming online. The people that are getting ready to come online in the blockchain world, it's the world is going to flip the script and become part of this, and they're not even going to know it. The people that are here now, the best analogy I have is that you guys are mechanics. Not only do you know how to drive a car, you understand how to work under the hood. You understand what a crescent wrench is, what a socket wrench is, I don't know, right? You have knowledge that very soon, when the UX and the UI gets better, people will not have. People will not know what Uniswap is, what SushiSwap is, what different protocols are, what different blockchains are. It will be seamless, simple. It will be push button for everybody that gets involved. Just like I know how to drive and race a car. I know how to drive and race a motorcycle. Future forward, kids will not know how to drive a car. They will never get a motorcycle license. Never. Like these things of these changes are fucking big. What happens when you turn 16 now and you don't get a driver? Like, now kids have freedom forever. They're going to have an AI robot that's part of the family, and the robot is connected to the car. And when the kid's 13 and the parents are like, cool, you can have a cell phone and you can go to the mall with your friends. The car is going to take you. But the robot needs to come in with you. So you got the karate robot watching out. Like, I don't even know how crazy it's going to get. I'm sure crazier than we imagine. That's the good part. Crazier than we imagine. We're here for it. Oh my God, what is that? My favorite thing on this chart is Hyperliquid being down. Is it a buy yet? I don't know if it's. We're gonna look at. I look at charts on my own time. I'm not wasting your time with that shit because I'm terrible at it. But Hyperliquid being down, I think, is fabulous. You should get in on that stuff. Crypto Greed and Fear Index is coming in at a 65. I bet we are going to go down tomorrow. Keep in mind, it is summertime. Everything should be down now, and it is not. Bitcoin's at $108,000. Like, you should be ecstatic. I don't care what coin you're in. Bitcoin dominance, it's in the green. ETH dominance is also in the green. The number we are looking at, put this in your brain, 9.23 Ethereum dominance. Do we see it hit 10%, or do we just see it continue to diminish as it has over the last 5 years down to there's some good talk about 10,000 TPS coming for Ethereum at fraction of gas fees that we're used to paying. That sounds super interesting. Is it enough? Is it too little, too late? Dude, it just makes me think. I saw this woman interview Vitalik, and I think her question was posed like, Vitalik, you're interested in onboarding the next billion users to Ethereum. What's your pickup line? Like, some random question, and his response was brilliant. He was just like, huh? It was really interesting. If you haven't seen it, you should watch the clip. I recommend it. It will make you smile. I think Vitalik's IQ. Well, I think last time I looked, I remember it being, my IQ is so low, I can't even remember what his IQ is. I think it's 253. That is, mine's like an 11. So it's, what I try and figure out is sometimes, I don't know, for instance, with design, architecture, engineering, art, memes, the design that is impactful is Apple phones, right? Like, it's simple. It's been refined. The user experience has been thought about. Like, it's so simple and easy, a kid could do it. Like, a kid can pick up an iPhone and figure out how to work it. A kid cannot interact with Ethereum. Never. And sometimes I wonder, is Vitalik too smart? Like, we don't need shit that smart, maybe. I've had 2 beers. This is beer 2.5. So my thought process is diminishing by the second. But I just like, I've been saying that Ethereum is blockbuster, and I'm just going to stick with that. And I have a very good friend that is involved with Ethereum from the OG days, and I love him to death. And I still think it is blockbuster. I really do. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm just a fan of Solana. I really am. You know what? I am. All right. We have shit moving. Okay. Let's get into it. Bitcoin is trading at 108,301, up 93% on the year. Holy shit. Ethereum is making some ground. It's only down 12% year to date. It is the only coin in the top 16 that is in the red year to date. It was down 48%, 38%, 20%. It is climbing up. Do we see the climb continue? Are you betting on Ethereum? XRP, holy shit. I was doing my Substacks before I took this new job, and fucking XRP was up like 280%, 300%, 330%. Now it's up 441% year to date, trading at $2.26. Are you guys in XRP? If you are in XRP, I hate you. I hate you. All of you. Your body, your soul, your bones, your fucking mind. I hate you. BNB trading at 659. This is my buy zone. 650 BNB is a buy. It's a buy. It's a buy. That's I love BNB at 650. Solana 149, only up 13% year to date. Tron up 131% year to date. Any other magic numbers we want to see? Yeah, let me click a button. We can't do that. Okay. Man, Murad. SPX 6900. It's up 9,000% year to date. Man, that is just awesome. Dogecoin, a super simple, safe play, up 61% year to date. These coins are not done. None of these coins are done. None of them. Do some research. So one of the things, Murad, he's a big time holder of SPX 6900, and congrats to him. It's up tremendously this year. He continues to talk about the community that forms around these coins, the community narrative. Is the coin active? Mogcoin is way more active than SPX 6900. The only SPX stuff I see is Murad and a couple other things. I see Mogcoin everywhere. To me, that is a community. They're different, but they're pushing the same thing. It's interesting, this community narrative that people talk about. And it brings me back to what I talked about at the top of the show, the NFTs and the community narrative that instills and that brings. We lost sight of it with all the shit that's happened in the crypto space, but I think the NFTs will be revisited heavily in the short future. Absolutely. Top meme coins by market cap. We have AIC, Solex, Bonk, Doge, and Pepe. Bonk is the only one that is up at the moment. I want to check on the Trump price. Official Trump. I said it was a buy at $9. We are well below $9 at $8.49. Do we see Trump push the button on that token again? I think he will, absolutely. Again. The news is when Trump says, hey, if you're a Trump token holder, we're sending you free Nikes with the Trump logo. Sell immediately. That's the news. Trump is a play. At this price, I think it is a fucking play. I also like Pudgy. Pengu. I think that's a long-term play. And Bonk is magic. I love those guys. I love what they're doing. Bitcoin season is now in full effect. We have dipped back down from this gray area in between. It looked like we were going up, but nope, we are not. we're going back down to Bitcoin land. Polymarket has some interesting shit going on. It really does, which is interesting. Wow. What just happened? Okay. You know what? The Polymarket shit, it's interesting news. There's nothing I want to, you know what? There's nothing I really want to jump in on there. There really isn't. I was looking at some of these ETH charts, traders cheat sheets. They're really interesting on bar chart. Holy moly. What are you going to do? Hyperliquid. Okay, so let's see what else is going on in the news, because there is some stuff going on. So some stuff that I pulled up to go over. We'll just do it super quick because there is some stuff worth talking about. Ripple escrow, it is ending. Big XRP unlocks are ahead. Satoshi rumors are swirling. Solana is absolutely slammed at the moment. $89 million. Solana has been dumped. They are flirting with $100 breakdown. What do you guys think is going to happen with the Solana price? There are a shit ton of unlocks coming across a bunch of different tokens in the next couple weeks, couple days actually. So we are going to see some volatility come. Solana is trading at 149.514 at the moment, down 1.17%. We have an ancient ETH wallet. I love and hate these stories. No, you know what? I just straight up hate them. I hate them. So this ETH OG purchased, fucking, if this guy sold, this male or female sold at the top, holy shit, it would have been exactly double, right? But they decided to sell today. Their initial purchase on the Ethereum chain was $279. Last night, they sold their initial purchase for $2.2 million. I hate that person. $279 into $2.2 million. Gosh. That's what fucking hodl means. If you are a young nerd, fucking buy some ETH, buy some Solana, buy some Bitcoin, buy whatever your fucking fancy says to buy, put it on a ledger and give it to your family, your parents, and say, don't give me this for 10 years. Like, just... I can't help you. I can't help you. XRP has got some mayhem coming up. There have been an enormous amount of liquidations because people are hedging bets and they are losing. So that is coming down the pike. Shiba Inu, it is finally on fire. There is a burn rate spike. So these tokens, right? Like a bunch of these early tokens, there's billions and billions, and they sold to people that had no idea what crypto was. And they were like, you need to spend all your money on this stuff. And if this token goes to 1 penny, you are going to be a gajillionaire. And I have a good buddy. He bought it hook, line, and sinker. Since that time, like 5-6 years ago, these companies have decided, wow, we have way too many tokens. Like, poof. This did not work out the way we wanted it to. So let's start lighting a fire, and we're going to just throw tokens in the fire. And that's exactly what they're doing. So Shiba Inu, they have a burn rate that has been spiking. People just take money and throw it in the trash to make the other money more valuable. So I don't know. It's kind of wild. Like you have two $1 bills in your hand. And the idea is if I throw $1 in the flame, this dollar can actually buy me what $2 bought. Like that's the idea. Seems like a good idea. Shiba Inu also has teased about, like, I don't even know if these are times to invest in these things, but Shiba Inu, Doge, a couple of these things are just smart plays if you have money to park somewhere for like a bit of time. So, along with the Shiba Inu burn rate increasing and all these things, which is making the token price go up, there's been this news about the Big Bang, and nobody knows what it means. Doesn't mean they're gonna just burn an entire shit ton of, like, it could. You got to do some research. There's some stuff coming for the Shiba Army people, and they will be excited. DEX volume is up 203%. That's probably over the last month because DEX volume today is actually down. Anything else I want to get into? Okay, so let's, crypto news is awesome. Is there anything else on the chart that we need to see? Let me check. No, we ran through all the shit. I did not want to get into Polymarket stuff today. But, and the Polymarket shit probably is mixed in with some of my what the fuck news, which is this section now, WTF news. Epstein files incoming. What just happened? So the odds of footage coming out has just been dropped by 15%. So I think CoffeeZilla posted something and he said I think he posted a video, a time-lapse video, and there's several seconds missing from this highly important security video that will be called into evidence future forward or has been, whatever. We need to, like, dude's dead. Fucking somebody killed him or he died, whatever the fuck happened. I mean, like, okay, before I even double down on this, Puff Diddy just, like, who the fuck cares? Apparently nobody. And I think back to Michael Jackson, right? This guy that, holy shit, like, he's a child molester. And then he dies, and now it's okay to sing Beat It again. Like, people don't give a fuck. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. But these Epstein files, I mean, are we? No, no, we're never going to see this shit. These are party files. Yeah, this shit's not coming out. Mossad conspiracy bet. 5% say Epstein Maxwell linked to Mossad by 2025. Ghislaine Maxwell linked to Mossad. Man, this shit is juicy as shit. There's a movie. So years ago, like when I was a kid, there was this show called The Gong Show where this like performers would come out, and if the judges stood up and hit this gong, you're out. But supposedly the host of The Gong Show was like some kind of fucking government operative doing crazy Russian shit. It reminds me of all of this Mossad conspiracy. Like, this shit is real. I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens. definitely fucking aliens. And how fitting that it is the birthday of the Roswell incident. How fitting is that? Um, Man, MicroStrategy. How do these guys keep finding money in the cushions to buy more Bitcoin? I don't understand it. I really don't. I really don't. If you guys have tuned in, I appreciate you. Wow, this got moved around. There you go. Sorry for big face. I apologize. Had no idea. It is. We made it to Tuesday. All right. We brought you in from Monday to Tuesday. I have meetings tomorrow with front of house, which are the people that produce the front of the house show tomorrow. I'm going to try and take some videos of some shit that we're doing. Some shit's about to start cooking, and I'm so excited about it. I really am. And if anybody is on the West Coast, anywhere on the West Coast, there are going to be some events coming up. I was thinking about trying to look at Marfa because there's an event coming up that I would like to attend, and I would like to do it with this art community, but I may do it solo. But if things work out, I might be able to just bring some interesting magic to the crypto space that hasn't been felt yet, in my opinion. And this is the other thing I'm going to tell you guys. I think you should put Burning Man on your bucket list. That's it. Put Burning Man on your bucket list. You will be amazed. The tech creators, the tech nerds, the developers, the super giga chads of the next evolution are going to be partying at Burning Man. Why? Because it is very much like crypto conferences or NFT NYC. Like, you get to meet people that are in your same lane. The people that go to Burning Man, the tech nerds that go there are off the chart. And they're doing things that you... So think of it this way. As an artist, if I want to design a giant sculpture and I want to put this sculpture in New York City, I need to have Parks and Recreation come in. I need to have a city building permit. I need to have a weight distribution permit. I need to have an architectural stamp, an engineering stamp, a lighting grid, a power grid. All of these things need to get supplied to the city in order for me to do this art piece. Then when I do the art piece, I need to have stanchions around it to make sure that people don't interact with it. Now, when you go to Burning Man, you just build it. And if people want to climb it, they'll climb it. And if they fall, they fall. Like, it's on them. Like, it's different. So with that being said, it's a place where people go to experiment. And tech nerds go there to experiment. They're going to be taking their AI robots. All of these things are going to be happening at Burning Man, where people are pushing the boundaries that you cannot push anywhere else. And it brings these creative minds together. And when you interact with these people and talk with these people, they will become woven into the fabric of your life, and it will change your trajectory forever in the best way possible. I promise you. So put Burning Man on your list. Now, we're going to wrap it up. If you want to go get some merch, I think I make $1 per t-shirt or a hat. Get some merch. It's good to wear because everybody likes fucking fun merch, right? Everybody does. I mean, I do. All right. You guys stay out of trouble. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.